Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a good week so far. Today I just wanted to sit down and catch up on all of the new makeup releases. I thought we could chat about them. I'll let you guys know what I plan on picking up and testing out. If there is anything you want me to review or try out on camera, definitely let me know. But it's been a little while since I've done one of these videos. I was scrolling through Instagram and then I always check the what's new section at Sephora and Ulta, and I feel like there was a giant list of products. I usually try to narrow it down to the ones that I think you guys think would be the most interesting, but if I missed anything, let me know in the comments below if there's anything that caught your eye. I will put everything that I talk about in the description box below. Let's start with this. It looks like NYX expanded their This Is Milky gloss line. They have 12 new shades. They are available now on the NYX website, but I don't see them on Ulta's website yet. I'm sure they will be available there soon. They retail for $8.50 each. I do have one of the glosses from the original launch, and I really like the formula. It's very lightweight, really comfortable to wear, super glossy, not sticky at all. It's definitely a sheer lip gloss. It just has a very light hint of color. I kind of have like a light peachy nude, so I do prefer to wear it over a lip liner or a lipstick because on its own it doesn't look great, the actual color. It definitely has more of like a sheer milky finish, so I feel like it almost just washes my lips out. So I do prefer to wear that with something that has a little bit more color underneath, but it looks like the new line has a mix of sheer and opaque finishes based on these swatches. It does say that this line has a milkshake taste and scent. I can't remember if the original ones did too. I feel like they maybe smelled like vanilla, but it wasn't too intense. So I probably will end up grabbing one or two of these. I like that NYX keeps their lip glosses more affordable. The brand as a whole is getting more expensive, especially their complexion products, but I feel like most of their lip glosses and lip products in general are pretty reasonably priced. These are $8.50 each. I don't think I've tried anything from this brand, RMS Beauty. Honestly, I don't even remember seeing this brand on Sephora's website. There are so many brands available on Sephora's website now that I feel like I haven't tried a lot of them. But do you guys own anything from this brand? Do you recommend anything? I don't know if I've even really seen them on YouTube or social media as a whole. Maybe it's because their packaging is a little bit more simplistic, so they might not have jumped out at me in the past, but anyway, they did launch a new product that definitely caught my eye right away. So these are the Redimension Hydra Powder Blushes. They look so pretty. I'm all about glowy blush these days, and the colors are gorgeous. So there are 6 different shades, and they are described as multi-dimensional, nourishing powder blushes. They're supposed to melt into your skin, create a silky smooth, luminous looking finish. I mean, just based on the product in the pan and the swatches, they look so nice. I think the colors they launched are really beautiful too. So this brand is cruelty-free, the blush is vegan, and it also comes in recyclable packaging. So again, I'm not sure what else the brand has available. I was kind of scrolling through on Sephora's website. I haven't heard much about the products. Obviously, I haven't tried them, but the blushes are on my list. I think I will grab one of them. I'm not sure which shade I'll go with because there are a bunch of gorgeous colors, but if you guys have tried RMS Beauty, what are your thoughts? Are they worth the money? Are there any products you love, or have you had a bad experience? I would love to know just because I haven't heard a lot about them. I actually just placed a Sephora order the other day because they were having a promotion. I think it was if you spend $50, you could get a coupon for 15% off to use at a later date. And there was a powder that I wanted to repurchase and then also another product that I wanted to try. And I think I grabbed a skincare product. So I thought that was a good deal just because I was going to place an order anyway. And it's nice to know that I have a 15% off coupon coming. So I did pick up the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying and Blurring Makeup Primer. So they have 2 different sizes. They have a full-size version. Let me just look it up. So the full-size version is $36. It comes with 1.35 ounces, but they also did a mini size. The mini size is half the price, and it also comes with half the product. So $18 for 0.68 ounces. I love that they did this because a lot of the time when brands release minis, it's not as good of a deal in terms of value. So often you see a brand release a full-size product with 1 ounce, and then they'll release a mini that has like a quarter of an ounce, but you're only paying a few dollars less than you would pay for the full-size product. So Milk Makeup did a product with half the amount and half the price, which I love so much because it just doesn't feel like they're trying to rip you off. They're like, hey, if you want the mini, you can still get the same deal in terms of value. I do sometimes use up primers completely, but it's usually a formula that I love so much, and because this is new to me, I wasn't sure that I would love it enough to use it up fully. So I actually went with the mini, and obviously Milk Makeup is known for their Hydro Grip Primer, which a lot of people love. That one has been duped so many times at this point, so there are more affordable alternatives. I have a few mattifying primers, but I don't know that I have one that is like my absolute favorite. I used to love the Farsali Liquid Matte Primer, but that is no longer available, so I'm kind of looking for an alternative. alternative. This one from Milk Makeup is a lightweight water cream makeup primer that has skincare benefits. It's supposed to blur the look of pores and then fight shine for a long-lasting, soft matte finish. So I haven't tried it out yet. I haven't got my package yet, but once I do, I'll definitely test it out and let you guys know if it is a good option if you're looking for more of a mattifying primer too. Let's talk about a few more releases available now at Sephora. So Makeup by Mario launched 2 new complexion products. I've seen these kind of like floating around on social media, but I haven't really watched any full reviews. I don't understand exactly what they are, so let's find out. The first one is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It retails for $30. So these are both available on Sephora's website right now. So it says that it is a 3-in-1 tinted complexion balm that warms and nourishes with sheer coverage to even out the appearance of your skin tone. I know some people are saying it sounds kind of similar to the Danessa Myricks product, but it also sounds different. I feel like I've seen a couple of brands release like these skin tinting balms, and I definitely think it will continue to be a trend over the next few months. This one has light coverage and a radiant finish. The Danessa Myricks one definitely has a little bit more coverage. I wouldn't consider it light coverage, maybe like light to medium, and you can build it up, and it definitely has more of a matte finish. This one does come in 6 shades, but if it is more of a sheer coverage, it might be a little bit more customizable. Let me check out the reviews. I always read the reviews on Sephora's website just to get like a general feel for what people think. So this person says it's the best makeup product they've ever used in their entire life, which is saying a lot. One person says it's kind of like a shimmery highlighter and bronzer mixed together. Another person says they use it to bronze up their skin after foundation. So it kind of sounds like you could use it in place of foundation if you want just like very light sheer coverage, or you could use it on top of a skin tint or a foundation. Okay, I just watched Mario's video on the Sephora website. He says it's supposed to warm, tint, and then also even out your skin tone. It looked like, based on how he was applying it to the model, that the model didn't have any other makeup on their skin. It definitely looks darker in the pan than it does on the skin. Like the coverage truly is like a sheer light coverage, but he basically took a brush and just kind of applied it where you would apply bronzer on the skin and used it to softly sculpt the skin. So I do think it is something I would like to try. I feel like I've been really open to cream products lately, and that looks nice. And I do like Makeup by Mario products. I love the cream bronzer, but that one is super pigmented, so I feel like this could be a good alternative on days when I want something a little bit more subtle. But after he used that product in the video, he also used the other one. This one is called the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. This one retails for $34. It comes in 5 shades. So this is supposed to be like a 3-in-1 product. So on the top you get a translucent powder, in the middle you kind of get like a glowy highlighter, and then on the bottom you get a bronzer, and this is a powder product. So I think in the video he kind of mixed them all together, but he said you could use them separately as well. He kind of used it to set the face, but then he also used it in very targeted areas. So I guess he did go in and individually use the products as well to kind of like highlight and bronze. I don't think I'll buy this product. I'm not typically the biggest fan of like ombre type products because I feel like it's hard to get the same effect on both sides of your face, or just the same effect in general, because one day you might have like a little bit more bronzer, the other day you might have a little bit more highlighter. So I don't think this product is for me. I have a lot of powder, bronzers, highlighters, setting powders that I love, but I do feel like the cream product sounds a little bit more unique. So Charlotte Tilbury recently launched a new cream bronzer called the Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Cream Bronzer. It retails for $56. That is a lot. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of a bigger compact. It comes in 4 shades. It's supposed to be a 16-hour wear cream bronzer that's supposed to give your skin a blurred look. It's also supposed to hydrate because it has hyaluronic acid, and it is sweat proof. It sounds nice. All of Charlotte Tilbury products sound nice. I am thinking about trying some of her liquid products, like her again, what is it called? Let me just look it up this time. I've been thinking about trying the highlighter wand, the contour wand, or just like the liquid blushes. I don't think I will try this cream bronzer. $56 is a lot. I know you're paying for the name, the packaging, everything from Charlotte Tilbury is gorgeous, but I do feel like there are so many cream bronzers out there that are like half the price that perform really well. And again, I'll probably try that Makeup by Mario product, which is supposed to be a very sheer, light coverage, balm, bronzer type of product. So I don't plan on picking this one up, but it does look like a gorgeous product. Urban Decay has a few new palettes. These are the mini Naked Your Way eyeshadow palettes. They retail for $29. So I knew about this launch because when Urban Decay is getting ready to send out PR, they'll actually send out an email and kind of gauge interest and see if it is something that you want to try, but they don't typically reveal what the product is. They'll just kind of give you a hint. So I do love that Urban Decay does that. A lot of brands have been doing that more lately. They'll actually email you and ask if it's something you want to try before they automatically send it to you. Sometimes I'll opt out if it's something I wouldn't have purchased myself or it was something that I wouldn't review on my YouTube channel. When they sent out this email, it kind of implied they were extending the Naked line. At first, I thought it might be that new Naked concealer that we saw a sneak peek of, I want to say like a few months ago at this point, but then they asked in the survey, like, what is your favorite Urban Decay Naked shadow? And I think they had options, Half Baked, Foxy, and Sin. So I wasn't sure exactly what they were going to do, but I assumed it was going to be palettes based on those shades in particular. So I chose Half Baked. That is probably my favorite Urban Decay Naked palette shadow, although it's been a little while since I've had all of the Naked palettes in my collection, so there might have been a few other ones that I loved. But anyway, they did send me the Half Baked palette. So I will test it out and review it in probably a speed reviews video. I have some thoughts on these. It is no secret, Urban Decay loves their Naked line, and I kind of get it. I feel like whenever they venture out of the Naked line theme, their products tend to flop, especially lately over the past few years, because we'll see them on clearance on Sephora's website, on Ulta's website pretty soon after they launch. Like, I think one of their recent launches came out and then like a month later it was marked down for half off and then it was gone. I got some comments on a recent video telling me that the Wild Greens palette was already on sale for 50% off. So I kind of understand why they stick within the Naked line. It works for them. People are familiar with it. I think overall it probably tends to sell pretty well, but I do wish they would improve on it just a little bit. I feel like there is more that they could have done with this line. First of all, the packaging is so much fun. I think if you were to look at these palettes and just see the outside packaging, you would probably expect to see something different on the inside. The inside of these palettes are just very, very light, natural, neutral palettes. I understand wanting to stick with the Naked theme, the Naked packaging, but part of me doesn't understand why they do like such vibrant, bright, colorful outer packaging. And then when you open it up, it's definitely more of a toned down palette that doesn't really match. They did kind of venture out when they did like Naked Ultraviolet, Naked Wild West, so they are capable of doing it, but I don't know, the packaging doesn't match the actual palettes. I feel like they could have done these palettes and just amped them up a little bit. Like Half Baked is a gorgeous golden shadow, so this is probably my favorite out of the three that they did, but I feel like they could have done almost like a mini Naked Honey with some warmer orange tones, some coppers, and the Foxy palette really throws me off because the shade Foxy is a matte vanilla, so I don't understand why they built a whole palette off of this. I just don't get this one at all. Sin is a really pretty like light soft pink, so I think they could have done a gorgeous rose tone palette with some deeper shades, some berries, as well as the shade Sin. So I don't know, I'm sure they'll probably sell well because a lot of people do like softer neutral palettes, but I would have loved to see something just slightly more intense. ColourPop did a new collection called Gettin Fresh. I actually did a video testing out the entire collection. I'll link it in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. I got it a little bit early. I feel like this palette is a good example of a neutral palette with a fun spin. It comes with mainly neutral shadows, but you get a few pops of golds and greens, and the quality is really nice. I think the color story is just a lot of fun for the summertime. They also released pressed powder bronzers, and I'm not always the biggest fan of their pressed powder cheek products. I think typically they do blushes. In the past, they haven't really been my favorite because they look kind of dull on the skin. They tend to be very powdery. They're usually blendable, but they just don't look like anything special. But I have to say, I do like the bronzers. I feel like they're very smooth, really blendable. They do look more natural on the skin, at least in my experience, so they're not over the top. And I think a lot of bronzers tend to be very pigmented or super orangey, and they do have different shades. The shade that I use is Avila Beach. It looks really natural on my skin. So I have been enjoying that. And then they also launched new So Glassy lip glosses. There are 6 shades, they're $8 each. I do like this formula. Again, ColourPop's lip gloss formulas haven't always been my absolute favorite, but this is probably my favorite out of all of them. These are just very glossy. They feel really smooth on the skin, and I even feel like once it wears off, my lips feel hydrated. So I think that this is a really nice collection. If you're looking for more of like a staple collection for summer, this could be a great option. It is available now on their website. They also launched a new collection at Ulta. There are 4 different quads, and I swear I've seen these quads before. They do tend to launch a lot of similar color stories, but the quad format is one of my favorites. So I do have a lot of these in my collection, and I feel like they've done the majority of these in the past. But if you haven't tried them yet, they're nice because typically they come with 2 mattes, 2 shimmers, and the color stories are generally really well curated, so you can get complete looks out of the 4 shadows. They also did Fresh Kiss glossy lip stains, jelly matte shadows, and then 2 Super Shock highlighters. This collection is not on ColourPop's website yet. I don't know if it's coming to ColourPop's website. Typically they do, but you can get it now on Ulta's website. So I'll link it in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. I don't plan on picking this up because I do have a lot of similar products from ColourPop that I already own in my collection, but I do like that they kind of do like these Ulta exclusive collections because it's nice to be able to find them in stores. I think this one is in stores. And sometimes it's nice just to be able to order ColourPop if you're placing an Ulta order and you just want like one product so you can throw it on and get the free shipping or get it with your Ulta order instead of placing a separate order on ColourPop's website. I wanted to share that Oma Beauty relaunched their Stay What foundation and their Stay Woke concealer. They repackaged them and they're now fragrance free. I actually haven't tried either one of these, but I do want to try more from this brand. So I tried their mascara in the past. I think it was called the Drama Bomb mascara. If not, I have no idea where I'm getting that from, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. It was such a good mascara, but it was incredibly scented. And it was really weird to me because I don't know that a lot of mascaras that I've tried in the past have been really scented. This one had like a floral perfume scent. I could smell the mascara all day long after I applied it to my eyes. And I don't know, I'm just not really into scented mascaras. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I don't know if they're redoing the entire line as a fragrance-free line. I feel like that would be nice. Based on what people are saying, it sounds like these products did have a lot of added fragrance. So I want to try these out. I heard good things about both the foundation and the concealer. I actually just picked up the Oma by Sharon C foundation, which if you didn't know, Oma Beauty has like a sister line available at Walmart called Oma by Sharon C. And I think a lot of the products sound very similar, but it is more of an affordable line. I haven't tried that foundation yet, but I am curious. I don't know how they compare, but the foundation from like the regular Oma brand is supposed to give you a second skin finish. It's supposed to be blurring and then also have a nice matte finish while feeling hydrating on the skin. I have tried a lot of concealers this year. I have found a lot of great options, which definitely makes me curious to try more foundations because I don't typically switch up my foundations too much, but I would love to try something a little bit different. So do you guys have any other recommendations from this line? Have you guys tried this foundation or this concealer? If you have, what do you think? I'm definitely planning on picking them up just because I meant to try them in the past and then I kind of forgot about them, and now that they're relaunching them, they're on my mind again, and I would love to try more from the brand as a whole. And I hope the entire line is going fragrance free just because I loved that mascara so much. I would love to repurchase it. The scent was really strong. So e.l.f. has a new version of their putty primer. I feel like e.l.f. is just all about creating new putty primers these days. They have the original, they have a matte version, and then they also have an illuminating version, but they did 2 putty primers with their recent collections, the Cookies and Dreams collection, and then also the new Dunkin' Donuts collection had a putty primer as well. So I guess this is, oh no, and they also have an acne fighting one. Did I say that one? So they have like 6 or 7 putty primers at this point. This one is the Sea Bright Putty Primer. It's available now at Ulta, I'm assuming on their website too. So it's a 2% vitamin C infused primer to brighten and even out your skin while gripping makeup for all day wear. I guess I don't know that including vitamin C in a face primer is really effective at brightening the skin. I know brands have done it. I used to have that one from Ole Henriksen, the Banana Bright Face Primer, which I think had vitamin C in it or some sort of skincare benefits, and I liked the actual primer, and I did feel like the tone of the primer helped to brighten up my skin. So I kind of wonder if that's the case with this one from e.l.f. If it is more of like a color correcting primer that brightens up the skin. That's what I hoped was the case with the acne fighting primer because that one was green. So I thought if I applied it and it looked a little bit green on the skin, it would color correct my redness, but it didn't. It did go on clear. So I don't know if that's the case with this one. I do like the putty primer, but Honestly, the matte version is my favorite. My skin is really oily, so when I do use it, I tend to reach for the matte one, at least during the spring and summer. During the fall and the winter, I might use the original one. I kind of go back and forth. I would love to see them do like new versions of the matte one. If the acne fighting one was a matte primer with a green color corrector, that would be like my all-time favorite primer. But if you are interested in this, it is available on Ulta's website. Fenty is launching a new hydrating lip stain called the Poutsicle. These are going to be available on June 3rd at Sephora and Ulta. The colors look really fun for summer. They're super bright and fun. There are 4 different options. I don't think I see any price info yet. I'll put that in the description box below if I can find it. They sound nice. But you know what? They kind of sound like those newer e.l.f. lip stains. I don't know that I'm the biggest fan of lip stains. I feel like they tend to dry my lips out. I will say those new e.l.f. glossy lip stains are a little bit nicer than like a traditional lip stain because you get a really nice glossy layer, and then once that wears off, they do feel a little bit more hydrating on the lips. I feel like it will probably be very similar for these Fenty lip stains because they look super glossy, and then once that glossy layer wears off, you're left with an actual stain. But I don't know, I guess I don't really mind if the color wears off as my lip product wears off. I'm all about lip gloss these days, more sheer lip colors, and I feel like I'm constantly reapplying them anyway to get that glossy layer back. So this isn't really a product that I feel like I have to have, but I do know a lot of people love lip stains, and these could be a good alternative if you want something a little more comfortable. So a couple of celebrity makeup lines, or a makeup line and a skincare line that I wanted to share. Kim Kardashian is launching a new skincare line called Skin, which is a 9-product line. It will be available on June 21st on their website. She says that it's a rejuvenating ritual that she developed from start to finish. They have refillable packaging, science-backed ingredients. There are the basics like a cleanser, a toner, an exfoliator, a couple of serums, eye creams, face creams, and then some oils. The packaging is super cool. I love the colors, I love the style of it, but I really try not to buy skincare, especially. I was going to say makeup and skincare, but especially skincare just based on cool packaging. This isn't something that I will run out and buy. I feel like I use a lot of I like the skincare products I use. I have a lot of brands that I love, a lot of products that I love, so I'm not necessarily in a big hurry to try a ton of new skincare anyway, but I feel like celebrity skincare lines really don't do it for me. I'm not opposed to celebrity makeup lines because I feel like sometimes the products are really fun and they can do a really good job, like Fenty and Rare Beauty, but celebrity skincare lines to me feel like more of a cash grab because we know they're not using those products. They have access to amazing dermatologists, amazing estheticians, and really, really high quality, expensive products. So I don't know, I'm not saying that she's claiming to use these products, but it just feels like more of a cash grab to me than a makeup line. I think, you know, it will probably do well. And I have tried some of her makeup products in the past. And I will say that those were really good, especially her lip products. So this could be a really good line. I think, you know, one thing when it comes to celebrity makeup lines and skincare lines, obviously they have a lot of money that they can put into the line. So I'm not saying it won't be worth the money. I think I'll probably watch some reviews just out of pure curiosity, but I don't really plan on picking anything up at this point. The last thing I want to mention is just an update on Haus Labs. So Haus Labs is kind of going through like a rebrand, a relaunch. I am not super familiar with the original line because as a whole, it didn't really pull me in, and I feel like it just didn't get the hype that a lot of people thought it might when Lady Gaga originally said she was releasing a line. But she is launching, or I guess relaunching at Sephora. So the line will be available on June 9th, and it looks like they're coming out with a couple of products. A $40 highlighter, which is expensive for a highlighter, but I will say, just based on this initial photo, these products look really nice. They look really pretty. There's a high power pigment paint for $24, a lip oil for $24, a bronzer for $38, an eyeliner for $22, lip crayons for $22, and then brow pencils for $22. I think as a whole, the one product that looks really nice to me is the highlighter, just because I still haven't found like my ideal highlighter formula other than Becca, which Becca is no longer around. There are other formulas that I like, but Becca is like my tried and true favorite. So I feel like I'm still kind of on the hunt for like a new highlighter formula that I love, and I love that there are 10 different shades to choose from. The other products look nice. The bronzers look really pretty. The eyeliners, the lip crayons look nice. I don't know. I feel like as a whole, I'm still not going to run out and buy this line. Maybe I'll pick up a few things and try it out, but what do you guys think? Are you into it? Were there any Haus Labs products that you loved before that they brought back? I think some of these are older products and they've just kind of relaunched them. I don't know, based on these photos, I do feel like the line kind of fits more of what I originally thought we would see from Lady Gaga, so I'm kind of curious to see what else she launches in the future or what else her brand launches in the future. But I think that is it. I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, chatting about makeup. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if you plan on picking up any of these products or if you'll be skipping over them. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.